Glory be to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and shall be forever.
Name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Good morning, everyone. Sir Alan Imperial, our Vice Chairman. Morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir Mike, the Chief of the Construction Section. Good morning, sir. And Ma'am Fanny, the OIC Chief of Quality Assurance Section. Good morning, ma'am. And Ma'am Eva.
Good morning,
ma'am. Our Procurement Engineer. And to our observer. Morning. The Back Secretariat and TWG members. Morning. And to our live viewers and to all present here today. May 8, 2025. We will conduct the pre-bid conference for contract ID number 25GF-A07. Ma'am Colette, can you please discuss the procurement details of the contract ID number 25GF-07?
Good morning, everyone. Invitation to bid for 25GFA07, procurement of fuel diesel for use in service vehicles, DPWH Albay First DEO. The DPWH Albay First DEO through GAA 2025 intends to apply the sum of 1,276,000 being the ABC to payments under the contract for contract ID number 25GFA07. Delivery of the goods is required by staggered or until consumed upon receipt of notice to proceed. Bidders should have completed within 1 year from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of eligible bidders contained in the bidding documents, particularly instructions to bidders. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens or proprietorship, partnership, or organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines and to citizens or organizations of a country the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA number 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from DPWH Albay First DEO, inspect the bidding documents at the address given during Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on April 30 to May 20, 2025 from the given address below and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPBB in the amount of 5,000. The DPWH Albay First DEO will hold a pre-bid conference on 10 a.m. May 8, 2025 at Procurement Unit Conference Room Albay First DEO. Bids must be duly received by the Back Secretariat through manual submission at the office address indicated on or before 10 a.m. May 20, 2025. Bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on 10:01 a.m. May 2025 at the given address below. For further information, please refer to Eva Ciclarino, Procurement Head, DPWH Albay First DEO. The deadline for submission of bids is May 20, 2025 until 10 a.m. Cut-off time for payment and dropping of bidding documents, 9 a.m. Request for preparation of order of payment, 9:30 a.m. Receive of accounting the order of payment, 9:45 a.m. Receive of cashier the order of payment, 10 a.m. Dropping of bidding documents.
May ba? Any additional?
Wala naman. Anyway, wala naman kung bago dito. This is the procurement is a public bidding under goods and supplies.
About the body, any other additional instructions? If there are no further clarification and discussion, anybody who wants to move to adjourn this meeting?
Second position.
It has been moved and seconded that this meeting be adjourned. 10:25. This ends our meeting today, April 25, May 8, 2025, and thank you very much to everyone, and God bless us all.